Tensions in the Middle East have reached a fever pitch. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has entered a dangerous new chapter. A key advisor to Ismail Haniyeh has issued a stark warning to Israel. He accuses Israel of actions that could lead to unimaginable consequences. The statement has sent shockwaves through the region. It underscores the volatility of the situation. The advisor's words were carefully chosen, each syllable heavy with implication. He accused Israel of a reckless disregard for Palestinian life. He claimed that Israel's actions were pushing the region towards an abyss. The message was clear: change course or face the consequences. At the heart of the current crisis lies a deeply contested event, an alleged Israeli airstrike targeting the residence of Ismail Haniyeh. Details remain murky, shrouded in the fog of war and the competing narratives of the adversaries. Hamas claims that the strike, a precision attack, was intended to kill Haniyeh. They describe a scene of devastation, the building reduced to rubble. Israel, for its part, has remained characteristically tight-lipped, refusing to confirm or deny involvement. Their silence, a familiar tactic, is designed to sow confusion and maintain an element of ambiguity. It is a strategy born of decades of conflict, a calculated approach to information warfare. The fate of Haniyeh himself remains a mystery. Hamas insists that he survived the attack, though they have offered no proof of his well-being. Some speculate that he is in hiding, sheltered from further attack. Others believe that he may have been injured, perhaps seriously. The uncertainty surrounding his fate only adds to the tension, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories. Iran, a staunch ally of Hamas and a bitter enemy of Israel, has reacted to the alleged strike with predictable fury. Iranian officials, their voices dripping with venom, have accused Israel of an act of war. They have vowed a swift and devastating response, a retaliation that will shake the very foundations of Israel. Iran's threats, while not unexpected, have sent shivers down the spines of diplomats and policymakers across the globe. They raise the specter of a regional conflict, a conflagration that could engulf the entire Middle East. The possibility of such a war, unthinkable to many, is now a terrifying reality. Iran's arsenal, a potent mix of conventional and unconventional weapons, gives teeth to their threats. They have ballistic missiles capable of striking Israel as well as a network of proxy militias throughout the region. Their ability to inflict pain on Israel and its allies is undeniable. Section 4. The roots of the current escalation. The current crisis, like most conflicts, did not emerge in a vacuum. The immediate trigger for the escalation remains unclear, obscured by the fog of war and competing narratives. Some point to a recent uptick in rocket fire from Gaza into Israel. Others cite clashes between Israeli security forces and Palestinian protesters in the West Bank. The issues at stake: land, identity, security, religion, are deeply emotive and fiercely contested. Section 5. The world reacts: calls for calm and restraint. As the situation in the Middle East teeters on the brink, the international community has responded with a mixture of alarm and impotence. World leaders, their voices laced with concern, have issued urgent calls for calm and restraint. They have urged both sides to step back from the abyss and return to the negotiating table. The United Nations, often criticized for its ineffectiveness in resolving conflicts, has been thrust into the spotlight. The Security Council, deeply divided on the Israeli-Palestinian issue, has struggled to find common ground. Some members have condemned Israel's actions, while others have defended its right to self-defense. The result has been a series of watered-down resolutions and toothless pronouncements. The United States, Israel's closest ally, has faced criticism for its perceived bias. The Biden administration, while calling for de-escalation, has also reiterated its unwavering support for Israel's security. This stance, seen by some as tacit approval of Israel's actions, has further inflamed tensions in the region. Section 6. The uncertain path ahead, between diplomacy and conflict. As the dust settles on the latest round of violence, the path ahead remains shrouded in uncertainty. Will the calls for calm and restraint prevail, or will the cycle of violence continue unabated? The answer to this question, fraught with consequence, hangs in the balance. There is a glimmer of hope, however faint, that diplomacy might yet prevail. Back-channel talks, discreet and unconfirmed, are reportedly underway. Intermediaries, trusted by both sides, are working tirelessly to broker a ceasefire, a temporary respite from the bloodshed. But the obstacles to peace remain formidable. Trust, the bedrock of any negotiation, is in short supply. Both sides harbor deep suspicions about the other's intentions, fueled by decades of broken promises and shattered hopes. Section 7. A looming humanitarian crisis. Lost in the fog of war and the diplomatic wrangling is a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. The people of Gaza, trapped in a cycle of violence and despair, are bearing the brunt of the conflict. Their homes, schools, and hospitals have been reduced to rubble. Their lives have been shattered by the relentless bombardments. The international community, while pledging aid and assistance, has been slow to respond to the unfolding crisis. Access to Gaza, tightly controlled by Israel, remains restricted. Humanitarian organizations, their resources stretched thin, are struggling to provide even basic necessities. The situation in Gaza is a stain on the conscience of the world. It is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict, a testament to the failure of diplomacy and the limits of international law.